to be simple-ish. We're going to be doing a little bit different shape. For right now, we're just going to start with some clean canvas from Gerard Cosmetics. I'm using the shade Fair today. Hello, dear friends. I am dressed under here, but let me tell you, freezing to death. I don't know why. So, what we're doing today is hard to explain, so let's just do it. Oh, and I'm using my Anissa eye treatment brush. I just feel like it just is so precise, and it just evenly spreads the eyeshadow base. So I've switched to this brush, and I am not disappointed. Okay, so we're gonna throw in purple here in a minute, but we gotta get us a shape going. And the easiest way to build a shape is to grab an eye pencil. Now, I love these. These are for eyes, lips, and face. And I love them because they don't dry down as fast. And you have a lot of playtime. And playtime just means that we can blend them. They're not gonna dry, and then they're not gonna get patchy. So if I can suggest anything, it's these Artist Color Pencils from Makeup Forever. So for today's look, I don't want to take it over this way. What we're going to do is I'm just going to completely relax my eye. You can see I'm looking straight on. We're just going to start to sketch. I'm going to take it right through here. It's going to look very awkward for a second because it's going to be a straight line. We are going to soften that later. But for right now, we're just kind of doing a triangle through here. Again, don't worry about it being perfect. We're going to start to blend it in just a second. So I want to keep this very warm. Again, I don't want it to come over too far. I don't want you to be able to see it. This is also a very good eye for hooded eyes. So I'm going to grab this Lorac. This is the Soleil palette. And I'm just going to grab a touch of this shade, and I'm using a Mario E4 brush. What we're going to do now, again, relaxing the eye, we're just going to start to smoke this over this way a touch, stopping it right there. And we'll just kind of push this back and forth. I'm pulling because I'm still kind of giving that eye some shape while my mother sabotages me in the background. So now we're going to take this same brush and we're going to hop over into this shade. And instead of tilting my head back, I'm actually just going to completely relax my eye. Then I'm going to shut it right where I relaxed it, and then I'm going to kind of press the brush right in here. So I don't want to take this out, but I do, when I blink, I want you to be able to see that. So you can see what we have going on over here. I just kind of pressed it into here, and it gave me my guideline. And then from there, I'm going to just shut my eye and kind of tap it downwards. Don't worry about any creasing. Remember, this eyeshadow base is going to crease and move until we set it, but that's also going to give us more playtime and give us a more even blend. Now let's just grab a fluffy brush and we'll hop into this shade and this shade. I'm going to tap it on my brow. Y'all are 40,000 miles away there. Tapping that on my brow. We'll kind of tap it over this way. Just kind of continue to set everything. So I'm not going to be adding rhinestones to this look, but I have a question. Do you guys think that rhinestones are going to carry over to 2021? I want to know what you think. And then if we lose any of this definition, we'll just hop right back in with our Artist Color Pencil. We're still going to clean this up. We're obviously going to do some things, but sometimes we can lose definition in blending. So this will just kind of bring it back, wiggle it through here. Nice. So now I'm taking this color from the palette. I'm taking it on the side. I feel like that was a little bit too much, so I'm actually just going to tap it here on the back of my hand. And from here, I'm just going to continue to just tap. I don't want to bring up this dark line too high, but I do want to diffuse it just a little bit on top. We want to keep this nice and defined through here, but for this outer part, we want it to be a little soft. Also, I did clean this up, but what I'm going to do is in just a little while, I'm going to connect it to this bottom lash line, and I want to kind of just soften and diffuse it, but we have to get our foundation on. So I was kind of just cleaning it to get a really good guideline, and I was using my original makeup eraser to do that, so all I did was just go underneath here. Kind of just gives me an idea, even if I want to come back and soften it later. Okay, remember our Anissa brush? We're just going to tap this out. We're kind of cleaning up our lid as we go. We're going to do a pretty wash of color here. I'm super excited for this. So just kind of tap that out. Okay, so I have a little bit of it here. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so pretty when we're done. So I'm grabbing this. Ooh, she's spicy. We're gonna keep using this. Now I might not use the whole palette every day, but I wanna use an element from it. So this is the Fade into Hue from ColourPop. I believe my code Rose works on this. So we're picking up this shade on the Mario E4. And all we're gonna do is kind of focus most of it through the center. We're gonna make sure we don't take it up too high. We're gonna stop about right there, but we can soften it into our harsh brown line. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more, and I'm just gonna continue to do this in sections. We're gonna take it all the way over here. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. Okay, I have my Inglot gel liner, and then I added 2 drops of the Inglot Duraline. It just kind of reactivates it and makes sure that it goes on very nice and smooth. Now, we're just gonna do a classic wing liner. I'm not quite gonna cover up this brown here. If we wanna come back and smoke that out, we can. And I'm gonna show you another trick. So for right now, we're just kind of doing the classic wing shape, because I feel like wings are back. Now we're gonna take this little shader brush here, and we're gonna hop back into that dark brown, and we're gonna tap this at the very top of the black liner. If we get too much on the black liner, don't worry. Just gonna go back and smoke that out, and then again, I'm kind of just gonna give myself a reference and tap it through here. You're gonna see that look a little bit more clean, but we're gonna have to get our foundation on first, but that kind of just gives us an idea. Now I'm not gonna take the brown liner over this way. We want that to remain very defined, but if you don't have a steady hand, this is it. This right here, this is what you've been looking for. So just kind of tap that in. Okay, so as of lately, I cannot live my life unless I have this right here. It's like a little light bulb underneath my eyes before my concealer. I do give this a little bit of time to sink in, honestly about 2 minutes, sometimes longer, but I'm also just going to take it here on the high points of my face. It just leaves my concealer so smooth. While that's sinking in, I'm going to do my waterline. I'm going to grab my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Crybaby. It's the prettiest purple. Oh, that's pretty. Look what I just got! I'm gonna go open it. Let's use it. It's the new Rare Beauty. I'm so excited! Look at this. I'm so excited. So I know that we're not gonna be able to use the liquid shadow. We'll save that for tomorrow or later this week. We'll definitely use one of the blushes, and then we'll check out the glosses. So for primer, I kind of use the Glow Recipe as the primer, but through the center I want to be more matte today. So I'm going to grab my Illamasqua Matte Veil Primer, and I'm going to use my eye treatment brush as well from Anissa Beauty. I love this one because you can just kind of pinpoint areas. So I'll take it through here and then on the chin. Okay, so I went ahead and threw on my House of Lashes. These are in the style It's a Look. I think these are still my favorites. I just love how you can kind of just place them where you want them because the lash band's so thin. So I'm going to grab my Huda Stick Foundation. I'm going to use the shade Latte today. And I actually wanted to keep my skin a little more bare. And I'm going to work this in with my Anissa Pinnacle Foundation brush. I don't even mind if we kind of see spots, but what I'm going to do is when I wear a stick foundation like this, I kind of just place it where I want it and I look and I go, yeah, that seems about right. Oh, I forgot to tag the foundation brush. Honestly, nothing compares. Nothing. We're in 2021 and this one is still my main squeeze. So I already did this side. You can see I have a little bit of concealer, major difference. I'm using the shade Gypsum today. This is the Kylie Cosmetics concealer. And I'm just gonna place it there and there. I'm gonna start to work it in with my Anissa Angle concealer brush. And then whatever's left on my brush here, I'm just gonna take it through here. I wanted to see if we could get away with using less concealer today. I want my skin to still feel really fresh. So here we have the new Rare Beauty. This is called Melting Blush. I'm using the shade Nearly Neutral. And I'm going to grab my tapered highlight brush here from Anissa Beauty. And I'm just going to do a super blushy vibe here. Oh, I love this color. So I'm kind of taking it across my nose, and I'm going a little bit higher underneath my eye. We can even tap a little here, and then across the forehead, and just a touch across the chin. I'm really just kind of playing with this today and seeing how it looks on the skin. It melts right in. I feel it's a little more sheer than the original formula. So then we'll go back over everything with our foundation brush, just kind of melt that in. I also want you to remember I have no powder on my face, so we're still good to melt all of these creams together without having any patchiness. I'm gonna grab this Tower 28 bronzer. I haven't used it in a long time, and I'm gonna grab my Crescent Contour brush here from Anissa Beauty. You can kind of see that instead of going like this, I'm kind of going, you'll see this side, you'll see I'm pressing it like that into the product. So now we'll just kind of take it like this. Notice that I'm going a little bit above my natural cheekbone, and then we'll just start to press that through here. So I want to keep the bronze pretty far back. I don't want to bring it in too far this way. I kind of just want to press it through here. Just going to add a little extra lift to the face. Okay, so I'm going to use my One Size powder today. I'm just kind of rubbing that around on the back of my hand, evening that out on my puff. I'm going to look up and I'm just going to press this in. We can start to add our powders now. And we can kind of finish connecting our liner here. We're getting to the part where we can finish our eyes now. So now I'm just going to go ahead and set the rest of my face. I'm just using the One Size powder to do this as well. And I'm pressing that in with my Anissa Multi Powder Brush. Okay, so now we're going to grab our Artist Color Pencil again. We're going to run that along here. I'm kind of going to connect it once again. Just connect from your bottom lash line into this. So now we'll grab this little taper brush and we'll start to smoke this out. Smoke it this way. And then we'll even soften this line underneath here. We want it to be more of a gradient effect. If you guys see me looking up, I'm always reading DMs. You guys are blowing up my DMs. I love it. Again, just kind of smoke this out and diffuse this line under here. Now we're going to grab a MAC 252S and the tiniest amount of the translucent powder. Oh, you guys never hear me do that. Ooh, you got to witness something wild. And from here, I'm going to kind of just take it, and I'm still kind of smoking, but I'm also correcting. I'm kind of doing like a 2-for-1 special. We're blending, we're smoking, and we're even able to clean this up and elongate it and reshape it if we need to. Okay, so we're going to grab our Endless Cacao lip liner. Well, this is another Artist Color Pencil. We can use this on our eyes, lips, face, anywhere. And then I'm actually going to film a reel, so I'm going to finish my inner corner highlight over there. I'm kind of just going to rub this in and let it kind of be part of my lip color. So now I'm going to grab this glossy lip balm, brand new from Rare Beauty. I'm going to use the shade, what is this one? Something nearly mauve. That's so pretty. So this is just going to have a hint of color, which is why I put the lip liner on first. And I wanted this to be nice and cool toned. So pretty. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Like I said, I'm going to finish my inner corner for reels. This is really fun. I love this purple. This is so pretty. Still having disrespect out there. These people, they just don't care about my makeup tutorials. I'm loving the neutral with this very pretty but still kind of sheared out purple. So pretty. Alright, I'm going to go finish getting all of the content. So you guys know I film a video as I do this. Because why? Because I'm out of control. I love you guys. This Rare Beauty lip gloss is absolutely stunning. I'm loving the blush. I'm so excited to continue using this for the rest of the week. I love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.